All right, I have returned.
The brave and powerful wizard.
His mind alight with sorcerer's fury.
And now, returned from his nap.
My whittle nappy.
You're able to kind of talk to a few of the fey creatures that come out, and they have an interesting little mix. There's a few goblins who are a little less like wild and war like, right? And
Brownie. Yeah.
yeah. It seems the Plum brothers were also brownies. Tagaron was a Spriggan. And then they've got a dryad. They got a little bit of everything basically.
Yeah.
I think they have a cat sith as well, the Grimalkin.
Mm.
You can assume to have met a lot of interesting creatures if you ever need, oh, I remember one time, right? But
Upon the aid of woodland creatures.
yeah, exactly.
How's our boy Wilbur doing?
Did you spend an hour or did you do a full 8?
Oh, I need to get my. Actually, hold on. I think I have arcane recovery, don't I? I have a class feature that lets me get some of my spells back.
Yeah,
don't I?
you'll get like your level back.
Yeah, I guess that makes more sense than me taking like a full,
Mm-hmm.
a full 8-hour rest. All right, so we got our one spell slot back.
Sure. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so you get your spell back. I think with that, so far you've been polite enough. You hurt their friend, but he was also a dick, and you didn't kill him. So they'll make a medicine check and see if they can help Wilbur any with a little more advanced woodland magic. They do a terrible job.
Oh, excellent.
I think the concern is they're just not used to human physiology. So I think that they've tried a lot of they've applied. He's got like a sugary paste on him right now, right? He's basically doing like a face mask.
Are the ants part of the medicine? No, actually, they just love the sugar. All right.
Is that Alberforce's theme?
No, but that'd be really funny. Say, all right, Wilbur. You seem like you're in a bit of a rough shape. I'm gonna give you some time to rest here and recuperate for a little bit. If I go through the portal and don't return and lean in close, you're going to have to fight your way out.
Oh, I hope I'll be able to see by then.
It's no guarantees. Use your sense of smell. As a wizard, all your senses are heightened. See into the astral realm.
He's like, okay, I'm going to try seeing in the astral realm while you're gone. I'm going to practice my conjuration and my divination, and I'll have answers for you when you return.
Keep your mallet close.
I want to be awful. I don't think the adamantium hammer is lost, but I do think he's holding just a stick.
Yeah, okay. All right, cool. Tighten my robe.
Yeah.
Get my wizard hat on.
Yeah.
And I'm going to stride through the portal.
Nice. Okay, this is cool. So I actually did not think you would go in here. So you're going to get a little sneaky peek of some stuff that's happening later in the campaign. Yeah, I didn't. I figured you would just do some magic and make the portal go bye-bye.
Well, how do I know?
Oh.
My thinking is that, like, if I can collapse the portal, then the tree will be fine.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's an obvious way to do it on this end, but there might be one on the other end.
Yeah. Seemingly found a portal into one of Zahn's hidden libraries, one of his holdouts. You are somewhere deep underground in a wizard tower somewhere, presumably far away, right? You just step through a doorway that does not actually lead to anything, right? It's just built there to be the magical tether to this location. And you're in probably a 20 by 20 circular room with just, it's that scene of Gandalf, right? Going through the books in the old tomes at Minas Tirith, right? Just fucking candles sprawling like metal and iron and just parchment upon parchment.
Is this any of the stuff he stole from me?
Some of it may very well be, right? Like, I think the first thing you notice is that, like, wow, Zahn has a tremendous amount of notes. He has just orders of magnitude more information, right, in arcane literature than you expected at his disposal.
I expected him to be a jumped up little shit, whereas this seems like full on dark wizard shit.
Yeah, this is some dark wizard shit. do you want to like start, kind of snooping around? Do you want to suss out your research notes? Like what would you like to get out of this?
I would like to poke around a little bit. Mostly. So, are there other entrances into the room that I'm in?
There's a spiral staircase that goes upward.
Spiral staircase that goes upwards. I'm going to take a moment and just listen. Does it sound like he's here?
To get you 30 somehow. Oh my gosh, it's another look, it's right there. It's a 20. Holy smokes. Cool.
I don't know what to tell you, man.
Dude, you're ripping and running. You got this.
I don't know what to tell you. All right. So does it sound like he's like, I am an evil wizard?
Yeah, the Zahn episodes will feature that one instead.
Yeah.
Unfortunately not. Unfortunately, it does not seem to have him there, though you can hear something is definitely happening upstairs.
All right. Well, let's not tempt fate too much. We came here with a mission, so we'll peruse only briefly.
Sure. Okay.
All right. So do I find my own research notes?
Yeah. So you're going to roll an Arcana. You're going to roll a Perception and an Investigation, and I'm going to tally your 3 rolls, and I'm going to give you some results.
So first is Arcana. I get a 8.
All right. That's been better.
That's a 23 on Investigation.
Okay.
And Perception at a cool +0.
At a cool +0.
Is an 11.
So unfortunately, the only thing you're really able to do, you do not find any notes that seem to be yours for your time here, right? You've been just moving stacks of books, and at first you're really taking your time and reading the stuff, and then you're like, holy, there's just too much to do here. Like how long-ish are you comfortable being here? Minutes? Tens of minutes? Hours? Days?
Only a few minutes.
Only a few minutes, yeah. And I think that's the problem, right? You're like trying to move quick, and you're just like, I just can't get through all of this stuff, which sucks because you're in certainly an inner sanctum. I don't know if it's the inner sanctum, but like you're behind the garden wall, as they say.
Is there anything obviously either valuable or magically potent that is sort of somewhere that I could snag?
Yeah, you have discovered 2 things. One, that there's a glyph in this room above that doorway that seems to be his like, oh shit button, right? He has tethered it so he can always like retreat here, right, with a word of recall.
Okay.
You think that you could potentially mess with that. Yeah. Additionally, you have found what was once, you believe, elven chainmail. Now he has infused it with some sort of shadow magic, and it lays there, heavy, and a shadow of its former self.
Well,
you could take it if you wish.
Can take it, more like I am going to take it. So we're going to yoink. He probably stole this from somebody anyways.
Yeah.
All right. So now, as for this word of recall, so explain this to me, like, so, because Tom is a little confused. So basically, it's like he has a thing set up so that he could always teleport back here if he needed to.
Yeah, basically he has a panic button in his mind, right? That he can just flip a switch, and it doesn't matter where it's in older school editions. It's one of the only ways to defeat some like lockdown of teleportation magic. It like bypasses a lot of that because it's just one directional. It has to be set up beforehand. But it means that like you can have all of your stuff taken away from you, but you already cast the spell beforehand, so you go. So you think that you could remove that from him. He might notice if he comes here, but if he doesn't check it, you may compromise the spell.
All right, I want to try and compromise the spell.
Okay, and now this is the part where it becomes: do you want to just ruin it so he tries to use it and can't get away, or do you want to try like potentially harming him or sending him somewhere else?
Ooh. I don't know about sending him somewhere else.
Okay.
But I think... I think I want to try and have it so that whenever he teleport, or when he tries to use it, he just... Is there a place that would be particularly delightful for him to be teleported to? I'm just trying to think here if there's something particularly hilarious.
Yeah, so I think the idea would be if you flaw this symbol in some way and copy it, you like it would be his own unique sigil sequence, right? And you can put it somewhere you want it to be, right? Like you could go back to Omegang and he could teleport himself into an Omegang gel, right? Conversely, you could work in like an inflict spell, so when he teleports here, he also gets hit with the inflict spell.
Okay. Perfect. So I want to tamper with the rune.
Yep.
And then write down what the tampered rune is so that I can place it somewhere else.
Yeah.
At some further point in the future, I can bring it back to Omegang. I can put it at the bottom of a caldera of a volcano, like whatever.
Right, exactly. Yeah. So the idea being that as long as he doesn't use this, you can send him where you want him to go now instead.
Yeah. But assuming he doesn't use it before I do it, in which case he would notice that something was up and be like, what the hell?
Sure.
All right.
Okay. So you're copying it down and you'd basically add like a a redirect or like a nested folder kind of thing where like, you'll go, but then you'll keep going and you'll end up where I want.
Perfect.
Magic is just code.
Wherever I put the second sigil.
Correct.
To end the loop.
Yes.
Close the loop.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Now, last things last, I need to figure out if there's something I can do to the portal on this end so that it collapses the portal so that it doesn't connect to the tree anymore.
Sure.
So can I study the archway, the doorway a little bit, see if there's anything going on there?
Yeah, you can go ahead and roll another Arcana with advantage, knowing the stuff you know now, having his personal, stuff here in front of you.
The high roll is a 22.
Nice. Yeah, I think I actually really like your solution a lot, right? Which is just like disrupt it enough that it just winks out of existence. It's unnatural to begin with. If you can just kind of expend its magical energy, cut off its supply, hopefully it'll stop killing the tree.
Right.
So you can kind of like, you can do the, the Farnsworth parabox where you just reach in through, you walk in through the portal and pull it closed behind you.
I think what I do is I like the idea that he's got all these knickknacks and stuff set up on his desk, and one of them is like a model portal where it's like two little... You remember in Half-Life 2, there's a little thing where you've got the little mini teleporter? I think got something like that where he's got two little portals, and I'm like, wait a minute. And so I just take one of the portals off the desk, and it's like the size of a book, and I just like I'm standing like with my back to the portal, and I'm walking through it slowly.
Right.
And then I pull my hands away, I take the other little portal and I make it touch the big portal.
Right.
And so like they on the other side, it's like he's coming through, and I'm coming through like hat first, like stepping back and like,
careful now. Right. And then it's like the tinking of glass until it shatters, and then it's like saran wrap without, it just dancing in the wind. That's awesome. Nice.
Oh, ow, there's a lot of blood on my hand, actually. I think I got the tips of my fingers a little bit. Can I get some of that? Yes, thank you. Oh, yes, thank you.
Yeah, the salve. Right. And then like the magic just instantaneously like just vanishes from the tree, which now just has a portal shaped hole in it that's all like sticky and wet and everything, but hopefully the tree will survive. And then the tree is still alive. What's that?
The tree's alive, it'll heal.
Yeah.
Oh, fingers. Ow.
And there is just a cheer from all of the forestland creatures, so happy and thankful.
I would like to take a moment and do an Arcana, some sort of check on this suit of shadow chainmail and see what its properties and qualities might be.
Yeah.
If I do a check, I mean give it to Wilbur and have him put it on and see what happens.
Okay.
What? It's been minutes. Is this still? Are you still? It's still nothing, huh?
Yeah. No luck. Tried the astral thing and got kind of woozy.
Oh. All right. Well, could you do me a favor? And you got to make sure that some of that stuff might have gotten onto your clothes. Actually, you might want to change. Here, try putting this on.
You're an evil person.
So he's getting a first-rate magical education.
Yeah.
First-rate magical education.
All right. What is Wilbur's wisdom saving throw?
Oh, no. I've made a terrible mistake.
I just feel like you knew this was coming.
I could hope. His wisdom is a -1.
Oh, that's real good with disadvantage.
Oh boy. Oh.
Well, he got double 9s, which, one more and he goes to jail.
Parcheesi rules says that that's actually a very good roll.
Yeah, if only we were playing Parcheesi.
I want it on the record.
This is actually kind of funny, though.
Oh, well, that's good.
Because he puts it on, and he's like, I don't know, I feel kind of weird. Do you say anything?
Weird how? Please be specific.
Right. And shadowy talons rip out of the armor, right? The spot here, the sleeves and the belly and the neck, right? And all of his veins turn jet black, right? And all of the color drains away from him. And then in this awful, rough, right, coarse voice, it just goes, "Why can't I see anything?" Because he's still blind.
Wilbur? My bad. That's my mistake. Sorry about that one. Bad call.
It just starts like snarling and howling, and you can see, right? It's like frantic and everything. And we just close on that scene. Is like all of the forest creatures he'd worked hard to win over are like, what a fucked up wizard.
Just listen. It's about... Listen, you can't... the best way to learn is through experience.
Is by doing.
Y'all wanted to know what street magic was? I am a powerful wizard.